Yeah.
Yeah, I wish that now as a fan of Formula Drift as opposed to a driver, but even when I was driving, the way that I wish we had like a little bit more polarizing type rivalries and stuff like that. And the way I think it's just the nature of how we decide a winner in the sense
Yeah.
of, um, it's somebody else deciding it as opposed
Yeah.
to us necessarily
Factual
deciding it.
evidence, yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
rivalries are what make motorsport interesting
Yeah.
a lot of the times, and
Mhm.
what keeps people coming back week over week or year over year, when you have like the chance of whether it's Hamilton and Verstappen or whatever
Bush
the
versus
case.
Bell this past weekend, like you
Right.
go back a year ago, and it was
Yeah,
like
and they were at each other's throat.
yeah,
Or Bush was
it's
at
like,
Bell's
oh, what's
throat.
gonna happen? And it was a totally different scenario this year, but it had the people wondering what's Kurt Busch gonna say?
But like my mind immediately goes back to like JTP and Tyler McQuarrie at Seattle, several years back when they're tire hopping each other and bouncing off the wall, and JTP and Von Gittin, doing the same kind of thing. And man, that was like must see drifting. The next time they go up against each other, it's just going to be like no holes barred. It's going to be a barn burner, and they're going to dial it up that one extra notch to 11.
If they could implement like radios like NASCAR does or any other motorsport does, like, obviously like during your run, I know that there's some spotters out there that just yap the whole run, the whole 20 seconds.
Man, I would be the first one to sign up if they would make the spotter channels public. And that you talk about creating conflict, that would do it.
Yeah, that would fire it up right there. And I think that they should genuinely.
I think there is like a lot of conflict, but like drifting itself is such like a nice person sport, and everyone's nice to each other. Yeah, it wouldn't be then. Like, FD teams I'm a part of, it's like we talk shit about people, and there's definitely like, not grudges, but shit is said to people, but it's all just kept behind the scenes.
Yeah,
there's a lot of shit talking on the radio for sure. Like, especially if you recorded the stuff like in practice, like, oh, I don't want to go against this guy. He's looked like shit all weekend. But he might stuff me in the fence or something. So, I mean, there's a ton of that would make for some interesting pit conversations after that was aired.
For sure. After you get a little, wheel rub from somebody, you end up in a wall, and it's just your comms over it, like, this fucking retard.
I'd be canceled for some of the stuff I've said on radio.
Oh, I would be too, for sure. And I'm sure there's been the same thing or more said about me, and that's fine too. But yeah, it would be interesting if that was made public.
That's an interesting idea. Come on, FD, let's make something